What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some of Borderlands 4's recommendations lists for GPUs and my opinions on that matter, on where I think this game kind of falls into place and what the future looks like for PC hardware. And on top of that, AMD releases another CPU for your AM4 platform, extending it to 9 years. Let's go ahead and check this out and let's go and dive into today's video. So first bit of news here, it's been 3 years without EVGA GPUs, and if you are a collector of GPUs or have missed their quality of product, well, you're not the only one, because I definitely love their products, and I've got GTX 770s, 660s that are still working to this date. This is going to be an article kind of reminding everybody why they left the GPU world. As you guys saw in my current build right now with the 9950X3D and the 5090, I have their power supply. They make really good products, and it is a shame for them to be out of the GPU market. I am on the lookout for a 3090 Ti or 3090 EVGA for my streaming recording PC, so I can keep those. But yeah, if you guys have any loops on that, let me know. But in other words, let's move on to the next piece here, and I'll leave this article for you guys to check out for yourselves. So Z2 Extreme handhelds, man, this has been really frustrating too, and I've been a little worried about this myself. A lot of, prices are too high. The Legion Go, stupid, $1,300, $1,400. You can get yourself a laptop. You can get a full-fledged laptop with a 5070 Ti for editing, gaming, whatever you want to do on the go. And I kind of regret letting go my Ally X at this point, because there's really not a huge difference in the performance of the Ally X and to the Z1 Extreme version to the Z2 Extreme. It's like a 5% difference, so it's very, very minute and very small. So if anything, if the prices of these things are way too high, which we're seeing right now, I don't think it's worth it at all to get one of these things until it does go down. So I'm really hoping to get another handheld this year. I was really hoping for the ROG Xbox Ally X to be a pretty decent price, but if it's rumored to be $900, I think that's a win. But that's a weird, clunky device to kind of carry around, which is okay. And I did hold the Legion Go 2 at Best Buy. Best Buy has them for display, but who knows? Only time will tell on what will happen with the Ally X Xbox variant. I think it might get delayed, honestly, till holidays, and they'll do like a sale on that. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Are you going to get one or not? So with that, AMD now launches 9700F and 9500F CPUs without graphics, so without onboard graphics. So that means this is just a CPU itself, and you guys can check it out for yourselves there. But on top of that too, I think this article here is actually wrong, because if you do this, well, actually here, sorry, the header for this one is actually kind of weird, but this is the AMD Ryzen Pro 9000 series. So Ryzen Pro 9000 series CPUs, 3 models. You got a Pro 9945 with 12 cores, 24 threads, with a base clock of 3.4 gigahertz with a boost clock of 5.4 gigahertz, which is nice. That means between the Ryzen 9, 7, and 5 Pros, you get a boost clock of 5.4 gigahertz off of those. You only get a difference of 6, 8, and 12 cores. So compared to the previous generations, these are your processing units right here. So one of them, it's comparing it to the i7-14700 CPUs, and of course to their predecessor prior to that. So it is 44% faster than Intel's Core i7-14700 and 22% faster in Passmark, as well as 22% faster in Cinebench and all that. So I'll leave this link here for you guys to check out for yourselves if you guys want to check that out. It is 65 watt TDP, and then you see here the slotted 9700F and 9500F in the beginning of the article for that secondary title, which is so weird. But yeah, let's move on here. So here's the article for the breakdown of the 9700F and 9500F. So these two CPUs, right? Here are your specs and breaks down. Looks like the 9700F is going to be an 8-core, 16-thread with the 9500F being a 6-core 12-thread. This is the breakdown of that CPU model here for you guys if you guys wanted to check it out. Pricing on this stuff is still going to be iffy, but if we're looking at $279 to under $200, that's not a bad deal at all. So with that being said, oh my goodness, AM4 is receiving another CPU in its socket, and this is the 9th year for support. AMD is literally juicing this AM4 platform. I mean, and it makes sense because the AM4 CPUs, they are amazing, honestly. Like, at least the Ryzen 5000 series, right? Those CPUs are like tanks. I gave my little brother the 5950X or 5900X CPU, and he's using that for rendering and all that stuff. It is crazy. So this 5600X or 5600F, sorry, Frank Foxtrot, right? It's gonna have 6 cores, 12 threads, and it goes up to 4 gigahertz in boost clock. So pretty dope. Honestly, they should bring back the you know, X3D components of these CPUs here. But you have these options here for yourselves and things like that if you guys are still on the hunt. So AMD doing AMD things and supporting us all the way through. Almost 10 years. That's a whole decade. So with that being said, I want to get to the biggest part here. If you guys missed that video with the Borderlands 4 performance thing, yeah, so 2K Games and NVIDIA and AMD, they released, or Borderlands 4 released a whole optimization chart for this thing right here. Here's one thing, all right? So you shouldn't be running this game maxed out, sure, right, and things like that, but even if you're at like low settings, you saw that in my testing, I still barely broke 100 at low settings at native quality. But it is, you know, Randy Pitchford here says, use DLSS. It's great. The game was built to take advantage of it. This is not a competitive FPS. Okay. Here's one thing. This guy, the team, the company, and everything like that, he gave us warnings of like, hey, it's not going to run well on mid to low end or older hardware. He did not lie. The company did not lie. You know, they're doing everything they can. And here's my thing, right? If this is an open world game with no loading screens, right? Think about GTA. If we're talking, I don't even know how big Borderlands 4's map is, but if you take GTA 6 and you do an open world with no loading screens, and you're having, again, similar graphical enhancements, whether it be lighting or an open world, right? There's been reports of reviewers having high utilization of all 16 cores. Myself too, I have been seeing all my 16 cores being used, but that's also due to the fact that I'm thinking, again, I don't know this, right? Anybody down below in the comment can kind of carry on to this and add your 2 cents in here. But if you have an open world, right, the CPU still has to process whatever's going on in the background. And then graphically, yes, there's like a whole thing of how like programming and development of games and how like you move, you know, your character's field of view is being rendered in whatever, right? Or something like that. But my thing is, the company did not lie, right? It does suck that you can't play this game on high end you can't play this game on low to medium high end like systems, and high-end systems are still struggling to run this game natively and stuff. But this is definitely giving me flashbacks to when Cyberpunk first came out. You couldn't play that game like at all unless you had a decently high to high-end or premium system, right? But the thing is, CD Projekt Red never said that you couldn't. Consoles couldn't even run the game, right? So my thing is, the positive thing that I can take from this is, one, we're finally going to probably get GPUs that are going to increase in performance 30% plus year over generation, right? So it's going to force, one, CPU manufacturers and graphic card companies like NVIDIA, AMD, Intel to push their hardware further as this game becomes the benchline. Because think about it. You got Witcher, the next Witcher game that's going to be coming out on Unreal Engine 5. What are you going to do then, right? So if these new games and these developers are pushing the hardware out even further and stressing it, right? That's going to be a win for us down the road for future upgrades, because now this game and any other games that are coming out utilizing this tech or whatever is going to have to force these companies to develop something better, because Nvidia has been getting away for the past 3 generations now from the 4000 series base models, then to their super series, and then now we have this 50 series base model, and then now they're coming out with the 50 series super series, right? And we're only seeing 1% negative percent margin of error percent an increase, and then AMD's really the only one, you know, kicking some butt in the low to mid range. But yeah, my 2 cents on that. If you guys want to check this out, it's right here down below. But I'm enjoying my time in this game. I've been very fortunate enough to play the game and stuff like that, but it does kind of suck though, because you cannot play this game on anything like low end. It's terrible, and the game looks awful at low. But yeah, I don't want to drag this video any much longer than I need to. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, you guys know what to do. Drop in a like, leave your comments down below what your thoughts are and things like that. And without further ado, you guys know what it is. This is Red Zone signing off, keeping it real, keeping it hot, and keeping it raw. Your normal 9-to-5 guy, bringing you some high quality content for you guys to enjoy. I'll see you guys later on something else.